Morning, my dear students. How are you all? I hope that all of you are safe at home. Dear students, we are going through a very difficult situations. The cases are increasing, so that you should be very careful at your homes. Always, whenever you go out, you have to wear mask and you have to sanitize your hands frequently, and also if it is possible to keep distance from others. So these three things are very important to make ourselves safe and our family and our society safe. So try to follow these things. Dear students, once again I welcome you to online math class today. Last day we have understood what is a rational number and what are its property and the main points also we have discussed. And today onwards we are going to solve our exercise questions. Today we are going to solve our first exercise. You watch it carefully and try to understand how each question should be solved. Okay. Then we will start our first exercise. First we start exercise 1.1. In that first question we are going to solve. The question is, which of the following rational numbers, are rational numbers? You have studied in the definitions of rational number that a rational number can be written in the form of p by q, that means in the form of fraction, and its denominator should not be 0. These two conditions we have to check in order to understand whether a number is a rational number or not. Look at the first one, 0 upon 1. Here you can see that it is in the form of fraction and the denominator is not equal to 0. Denominator is 1. Therefore, it is a rational number. Therefore, we can write here S. And the second one, here it is in the form of fraction, but the denominator is 0. Therefore, it is not a rational number. And here or 0 by 0, that is actually meaningless. So, this is also no. And this symbol, that is pi. When we studied the properties of rational number, we have studied that the value of pi is not a rational number because we cannot express it in the form of p by q in the form of fraction. It is a non-repeating, non-recurring decimal. Therefore, this is also no. And the next question, question E, 2. 2, it is a natural number. You have studied that the property, all natural numbers are rational because we can write 2 in the form of 2 upon 1. Therefore, it is also a rational number. And negative 1 also we can express in the form of negative 1 upon 1. Therefore, it is also yes. And next, negative 9 upon 12. Okay, this is also yes. And 0. 0 we can represent as a rational number, 0 upon 1. Therefore, this is also a rational number. And next one, root 2. In the property we have studied that root 2 is not a rational number because it is a non-repeating, non-recurring decimal. Therefore, it is no. And last one, 1 we can represent in the form of fraction, 1 upon 1, and therefore it is yes. So these are the answer of the first question. I think all of you have understood this question. Now let us move to the second question. The second question is, find 3 equivalent rational numbers. 3 equivalent rational numbers to each of the following rational numbers. Here, some rational numbers are given. You have to find out the 3 equivalent rational numbers of these given numbers. Students, in our previous class, we have studied that what are equivalent rational numbers and how to find out the equivalent rational numbers. How to find out the equivalent rational numbers? Equivalent rational numbers can be found out either by multiplying or by dividing the numerator and denominator of the given rational numbers by different numbers, means by 2, 3 or any numbers, by the same numbers. It is should be taken care that we have to multiply or divide the numerator and denominator of the rational numbers by the same numbers. Then we can find out the equivalent rational numbers. So look at the first question here. First question is 2 upon 5. We have to find out the 3 equivalent rational numbers of this 2 upon 5. How? We multiply these rational number, means its numerator and denominator by the same numbers. How many numbers we need? We need 3 numbers. So we multiply by 3 numbers. both numerator and denominator. So first of all, we see 2 upon 5. First of all, we can multiply by 2. Then both numerator and denominator we multiply. Then we get 4 upon 10. This is one equivalent rational number of 2 upon 5. And next, again we need one more. Therefore, 2 upon 5 we multiply by 3. And here also we multiply by 3. Then we get 6 upon 15. So this 6 upon 15 is the second equivalent rational number of 2 upon 5. And we need one more. Therefore, we multiply this by 4. Here also by 4. Then we get 2 fours are 8. And here 5 fours are 20. So 8 upon 20. This is also an equivalent rational numbers of this 2 upon 5. So finally we can write in this way: 2 upon 5 is equal to 4 upon 10. And that is again equal to 6 upon 15. And that is also equal to 8 upon 20. So these are the three equivalent rational numbers of 2 upon 5. Students, I think you understood that. Let us move to the next question, question number B. 150 upon negative 210. 150 upon negative 210. How to find out the equivalent rational numbers? We can either multiply this by 2, 3 or 4, or we can divide also. Here you can see that both this numerator and denominator, they have common factor. That means we can cut and reduce by common numbers. This number can be divided by 2. This can be divided by 5, and this can be divided by 3 also. So, any numbers, by any numbers, we divide both numerator and denominator, then we can find out the equivalent rational numbers. So, first question we have found out the equivalent rational numbers by multiplying. So, let us do this question by dividing. How we can see that, how we can find out the equivalent rational numbers by dividing. So, first we divide 150 upon negative 210. We can divide it by 2. Therefore, both numerator and denominator both we divide by 2. Then we get 150. If we divide by 2, we get 75. And if 210, if we divide by 2, we get 105. And as it is negative, we here negative symbol. So 75 upon 105. This is another equivalent rational number of 150 upon 210. Then we need to find out second rational numbers. So again we divide 150 by negative 2 upon 10. We can divide it by 3 also. So we divide it by 3, or we can divide it by 5, or we can divide it by 10. So we divide it by 3. Then we get here also we divide by 3. Then we get 150. If we divide by 3, we get 50. Then next 210. If we divide by 3, we get 70. As it is negative, we put negative symbol in the answer. So this 50 upon negative 70, that is also another equivalent rational number of this given number. Next, we want to find out third rational numbers. Therefore, we write 150 divided by 210 is equal to we divide by, okay, let us divide by 10. So we divide it by 10. Then we get 15, and here we get 21, means negative 21. So 15 by negative 21 is another equivalent rational number of this given number. Therefore, we can write in this way: 150 upon negative 210 is equal to 75 upon negative 105. That is again equal to 50 upon negative 70. That is again equal to 50 upon negative 21. So here we have found out the three equivalent rational number of this number by dividing its numerator and denominator by the same number. So if it is possible to divide both numerator and denominator by the same number or by the common factor, we can do it in this method. I think students, you understood this. Now students, let us see how to solve the third question. The third question is: write each of the following rational numbers with a positive denominator. Here, these rational numbers, their denominators are negative denominators. They have negative denominators. We have to change it into positive denominators, means rational numbers with a positive denominator. How to change negative rational numbers, a rational number, its denominator is negative, how to change it into positive denominator? I told before that in order to change negative denominator into positive denominator, we have to multiply its numerator and denominator, both numerator and denominator, by negative 1. Then we can change it into positive denominator, rational numbers with a positive denominator. So let us solve the first question. 4 upon negative 5. So here the denominator carries a negative symbol. So in order to avoid that negative sign, we have to multiply this with the negative 1 denominator. At the same time, we have to multiply the numerator also, otherwise the value will be changed. Therefore, when we multiply, we get 4 into negative 1 is equal to negative 4, and negative 5 into negative 1 is equal to positive 5. Negative and negative, that will be changed into positive. If we multiply two negative numbers, that will be changed into positive. And here you can see that now this negative symbol is shifted to upside. So the simple method is that if the denominator is negative, just we take this negative symbol from here and put it in the numerator. But the real process is this: we multiply both the denominator and numerator by negative 1. Then the negative denominator can be changed into positive denominator. Look at the next question. Negative 7 upon negative 9. Here also we do the same process. Negative 7 divided by negative 7. Here we multiply by negative 1, and here also we multiply negative 1. Then we get a negative into negative, that changes to positive. 1 into 7, 7. And here negative 9 into negative 1, that also changes to positive. Now you can see that both these rational numbers denominators are changed to positive denominator. So this is how we change a rational number having negative denominator into a rational number with a positive denominator. Now students, we will solve question number 4. The question number 4 is: express negative 7 upon 9 as a rational number with numerator negative 28 and denominator 54. Here you can see that the numerator is negative 7. This negative 7, if you should change into negative 28, then what will be the new rational number? And here the denominator is 9, and this 9 we have to change to 54. Then what will be the new rational numbers? So this question we will solve using the property of equivalent rational numbers. So first of all, we solve this question. With the numerator, how to change these rational numbers with numerator negative 28. So the rational number is this: negative 7 upon 9. That we have to change with its numerator negative 28. Numerator negative 28. Then what will be the denominator? That we have to find out. Here denominator is 9, but here when the numerator changes to negative 28, what will be the denominator? So in order to find out that these are equivalent rational numbers, we know that. So equivalent rational numbers, how we get? By multiplying negative 7 with one number, then we got negative 28. And here also, if we multiply the same number with the 9, then we get the denominator. But first of all, we have to find out that which number is multiplied with negative 7 to get negative 28. How to find out that? In order to find out that, we can do a rough work here. Negative 28 we divide by negative 7. Then we get 4. Means 4 7s are 28. Negative 7 into 4 is equal to negative 28. That means 4 is multiplied. So that 4 we have to multiply with 9 also. Therefore 9 into 4. 9 4s are 36. So here 36, the denominator is 36. Now we have got a new rational numbers which is numerator 28 and denominator is 30. So the new rational number is negative 28 upon 36. These are equal rational numbers, the values are not changed. Okay. Then let us move to the next B. The denominator should be 54. Here the negative 7 upon 9 is denominator we have to convert to 54. Then what will be the new rational numbers? Then first of all we write the number negative 7 upon 9, and here the numerator we don't know which is that, but the denominator is 54. Here also we will see which number is multiplied with 9 to get 54. That same number we have to multiply 9 to get 54. That is 6 is multiplied. That 6 we have multiplied with negative 7. Then we got negative 42 upon 54. So this is the new rational number. So dear students, our first exercise 1.1 exercise is has finished, and I think that you all understood this all questions very well. You have to see this video very carefully and practice yourselves. And there are some questions, which question we have not solved here, that you have to solve as homework. That homework I will send in group afterwards. So first of all, watch this video very carefully and understand the things. And if you have any doubts regarding these solutions of any questions, you can ask that. You can connect to the Google Meet after this, and you can ask your doubts and clarify it during the time of Google Meet. And everybody should watch the video, and you should come to the Google Meet so that you can clear your doubts. So today we are going to wind up our class. So students, I think that all of you are safe, and you should be careful. Once again, I am reminding you that you should be careful, and also tell your family members to be careful. Those who are going out, ask them to wear the mask and use sanitizers and all the things. The conditions are becoming alarmingly danger. So it is our duty to look after our safety. So follow that safety rules, that is, or guidelines that is given by the government and other things. So it is now going to wind up. It is time to go into wind up our class. So I wish you a very nice day. Have a nice day to everyone, and stay tuned. Okay, thank you everybody.